So let's check out these TikTok videos.
Woman who considers herself as a woman who considers herself average at best and below average, like on a bad day.
I wouldn't consider her below average. I would say average. You shouldn't be that harsh with yourself. Average is perfect, right? Average is perfectly fine. But I would say she's average.
I don't think it's that crazy for men to say things like, I'm afraid of approaching women. Um, just be like, based on the fact that approaching is difficult, like you have to put your ego on the line. Somebody could be recording you. Your rejection could get posted, and they could reject you in a really mean way, especially if they're recording you, and you're not aware. But also, it's just hard to know when you're supposed to approach. Like, how are you supposed to know when somebody's open to receiving like that sort of attention? And you might say, oh, with body language, but it's like, are you supposed to look at them first? And how are you supposed to look at them to indicate that that's something that you're trying to do? You know, I feel like it's hard, it's difficult, and it's scary, and those are all reasons why I don't approach men. Like, I think it's just hard. I don't know, but you guys can let me know your thoughts on this. As a woman who can
I love that. I've said this before, okay? Tonight's stream, tonight, saying that, can women teach and men anything? Women are too, I mean, women are, I'm like, the title is harsh, right? The title is me being clickbaity in a sense, right? I'm sorry. It is what it is. That's content creating. But I would never say, I don't believe women are terrible. I don't. So I always like to show that, it's not true. It's not all women. It's not, maybe not even most women. So I like it when this right here is true emotional intelligence for me, where you can understand others besides yourself, right? Because the problem with a lot of women, in my opinion, they have a hard time with actual empathy because they can never put themselves in the shoes of a man, in the position of a man. So to see a woman that does it, chef's kiss, right? It's amazing. It's amazing that she could do it. And one of the things she said, yes, I agree that it is hard to understand. It is the fear of asking women out is one of the drawbacks of approaching. Okay, because you can never know if she will be into you or not, and it's never just a no. It's rarely just a no. Okay, it's a lot of times it's very soul crushing, ego ego damaging. So that's the thing where uh, it's nice to hear the opposite. You know, uh, sorry, sorry, connection was weird. What's up, my brother? What's up? What's up? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. My connection was weird, so yeah, it's always good to hear, that women do understand man, that women do and can understand men. That was weird. Hopefully, it won't come back.
And black men love teaching their son how to play football and basketball. Teach that little boy how to build a house. Teach that little boy how to build a house. How to cut some wood. Teach that little boy how to cut some wood. Teach that little boy how to start a fire. Why the hell we going to strike the sport? What the fuck? And black men love.
This is why I said, right? At least internet black women, they seem like the biggest hater of black men. What the fuck are men gonna do with cutting wood? Do you even see a tree for a man to cut in the city? Are men building fire? Are men setting fires now? What the hell are you talking about? See, this is the stupidity, right? This is the stupidity of women. You just want to say shit to say shit. You just want to say shit to say shit. Build a house? Like, you need permits for that shit. Okay? There's, I swear to God, like, Do you even like? Were you even during? Were you there during the time when men built houses? You weren't, so you don't even know what the fuck that is like. And how about stick to your lane? How about you teach your daughter, how to cook and clean for a man, how to take care of a man? How about you do that? Is it okay for men to hold women to gender roles and shit like that? How about you cook and clean for me? How about you do my fucking laundry? Oh, that's misandrous? Yeah. Saying stupid shit like this isn't. Again, this is why a lot of black men see that, black women, but I would like to clarify, I think more internet black women are black men's biggest haters. They're absolutely bitter. Yes, I agree. Right? Pantheon. Like, he said that I think women today are not realistic. That's the problem. Exactly. They're not grounded. 100%.
I'm single for many reasons, but the main reason why I'm single and why I don't want to date and talk to nobody is because I don't want to have to consider how I make somebody feel, and I don't want to consider no one else's feelings but my own. I don't. Like, I don't care about your day, honestly. I don't care if you ate. I don't care. I just don't.
I'm glad she's honest. At the very least, I'm glad that she's honest. I've said this before, though, where I promote women being single. You're happy you're single. Go for it. Stay single. Stay single, because the problem I find is that women just can't stay single. That's my problem. That's my thing. Women just can't keep it in their pants. Women will still F around with men, right? Women will still deal with men. Women will still complain about men. I'm a big supporter of, if you're like this, stay single. Just stay it. Just decenter men. Stop dealing with men. Because why? Because I'm glad she's honest, because women like this showed you women are selfish. They're not just unrealistic, they are selfish. They're egotistical. They are narcissistic. Okay? I believe majority of women only think about themselves. Only think about themselves. The best example you could say is when people make money. When men make money, what do you think about? Having a woman, having children, having a family. Right? When men make money, he thinks about providing for others. When men make money, he thinks about others. What happens when women make money? When women make money, she thinks about she don't need no man. When women make money, she thinks about she don't need no man. She don't need no kids. She will focus on herself. She will buy herself shit. She will travel alone. She will focus on her fucking self. You see how the dynamic is. Again, why I do these videos is because I want to break that fucking mode. To tell you how it is. Stop believing this shit. I believe men are more caring, nurturing, selfless than women. I do. In general. Of course there's outliers. Of course there's differences, right? Of course there's, the people who are the exception. But I believe in general, men care about others. Right? Men care about others. It is women that don't give a shit, in my opinion. Yo, Evil Eddie, what's up, my brother? What's up? How have you been? You gotta tell me what's up. What's going on with you, man? I missed you, brother. The chat has missed you. For example, if a woman can accept the following statement, men are stronger than women, it tells me that her mindset is sound, that she knows her place. Or here's not even place, right? She knows reality. She's grounded. That is logic. Men are stronger than women. That is logical. If she can accept that, she understands logic. Hey, she's not ruled by her emotions. That's the thing. That is how I wouldn't say know her place, because women will get triggered. But I would say a woman that understands that, agrees with that, she is logical. She's not ruled by her emotions. She's not talking to you based on emotions. She's talking to you based on logic. Yes, I agree. No, I agree. Oh, you know what? Laughing Man was saying you were at your cottage. I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. That's really cool. I agree. I agree. Disconnect. Enjoy your time. Focus on yourself. Be happy or be content or just just you know just yeah, disconnect. But great. That's awesome. I'm glad you got some time for yourself. The world is crazy.
How will you treat your husband if you're a feminist? How will you treat your husband if you're a feminist? These are the questions that men ask when they want women to prove themselves to them. I'm not going to prove myself to you. If I ever get married, and I'm not looking forward to marriage, if it ever happens, we will see then. This is what they ask you. That question is equivalent to what do you bring to the table? Can you cook? It's when men want you to prove yourself to them. For example, now, if they ask me that question now, what men want from me is that I should say, I can cook, I can clean, I will love my husband, I will respect my husband, I will submit to my husband. That's exactly what they want me to say. You're not getting it from me. How will I treat my husband? I don't know yet because he doesn't exist. I do not plan towards things that don't exist unless it probably has to do with money plans. That's different. A man that doesn't exist, I cannot center him, so I don't know him. He doesn't exist. He's not in my reality. I don't care about him just yet because he's not in my reality. How can I center something that is not in my reality? How? It doesn't make sense. So no, I'm not going to prove myself to you. I'm not going to prove myself to you. I'm not going to prove my femininity to you. I'm not going to prove my womanhood to you. I'm not going to prove anything to you. That question you're asking me is because you want me to prove myself. I'm not proving myself. Whatever you think, that's the truth. If you think I'm going to be mean, horrible, disrespectful, that is the truth. Whatever you think is the truth. I'm not going to prove myself. I'm not going to tell you what I will do, what I will not do, because I don't know. I don't know the man. He doesn't exist. What's my business? Why are you asking me? My future husband. Why are you asking me that? Because you want me to prove myself. I'm not proving myself. That thing that you think I'm going to do, that witchcraft, that nonsense you think I'm going to do, that's the truth. So you will do with this video what you will. Nonsense. Asking me stupid questions. I'm talking of equal rights. You're asking me how you treat your husband. Are you mad? How will you treat your husband if you're a feminist? How will
Yo, Red Door, what's up, my sister? What's up? This is a thing where women are so idiotic, right? Women are so idiotic. I'm sorry. A lot of them are. Not all of them, but a lot. So imagine if men give you the same energy. This is the thing where women are, today's day and age, right? Modern day women are suffering. They can't stand it because men are giving them the same energy. What do women call it? Sassy? Okay? Because men are now giving women the same energy they gave them. So imagine this. Here's a woman that's saying that, how dare you say what I would do for a man? Okay? How dare you say what I would do for a man? Because you know what? He doesn't deserve it, or, there's no such thing. So imagine this where men do, like, why would I have to do anything for you? Why would I have to do anything for you? Right? Whatever you get is what you get. Imagine that. Would she be attracted to that? Would she want that? This is the thing where this is the energy men are giving back to women. Women are like, this is the thing where men are saying, you got to put effort in. Text me. Call me. Right? Pay for a date. How about that? Oh, no, that's sassy. What is he, feminine? What is he, gay? Right? What is he, a princess? Oh, so that's what you're doing? Because asking to be treated well is only for women? The hypocrisy there. The double standards you're trying to create. That is the insanity of a lot of women, where you think you're better than men. Okay, you think men don't have to you don't have to treat men better. You don't have to treat men any kind of way. You don't have to do nothing. This is the sad part, where men have so low self-esteem, so little self-respect, so little self-love, that they think this woman is probably good looking and they will bend to her. But here's the thing. She will either get simps and betas, right? Men that have no self-love, no self-respect, to desire her, to simp for her. Or she will get the users, right? The players, the bad boys, to use her. Because that's who she's going to attract. Women like this don't understand, maybe it's because of you. That's why you're attracting the losers or the users, right? It is because of you It's because of your mindset. That is why you're attracting the losers or the users. That's something that women got to think about. Exactly. They want the best of both worlds. That's the point. They want traditional treatment with modern behavior. Crazy, completely incompatible. Exactly. Right? Women want to treat you with disrespect while you must treat them with respect. Right? Women want to give you very little while taking from you a whole fucking lot. Yes.
Do y'all think I should start wearing makeup and like growing my hair out and stuff? I can't help but feel like I'm missing out on a big part of life because I don't adhere to like the beauty standard, which is strange to say out loud because I'm like wondering why should I have to adhere to the beauty standard to be treated with compassion and kindness, but I can't ignore, reality. I don't care about male validation as much as I see most people do, but I can't help but like feel that like I don't know if when women are giving me compliments that I could take it as genuine because it's only women giving me compliments. That was a study that found that women will compliment other women even if they don't find them beautiful just so there's no competition, which is weird because I'm like, I'm not here to be competing with people. I'm just trying to enjoy my life. But the truth is I wouldn't even know where to begin because I'm so far removed from like femininity. I find that when you ask, people are either very cruel or they say you don't need to fix anything. It kind of sucks that I'm okay with how I look, but I know it's not going to get me anywhere in life. It feels like there's only so far your personality can take you. Do y'all think
Well, your personality seems dry. This thing is like, this is the pure hypocrisy. And this is right here. Why I want to show this. This is the sadness, right, of modern day world. This is the sadness of modern day world. This is what we have created. This is a thing where this woman is standing in hypocrisy and doesn't know it. So she's suffering from what she wants and what she's trying to fight against, right? She's suffering from what she wants and what she's trying to fight against. My bro, yo, poor man, what's up? So let's kind of break this one down.
I should start wearing makeup and like growing my hair out and stuff?
I don't think it would help. To be honest, you are not even close to. You're nowhere close to conventional. I'm gonna be honest, right? Brutally honest, and it's not coming from a place of hate, but you are below average. So even if you, yes, go to the gym and make, if like she said, right, makeup and hair really is not gonna do a whole lot for her. Now, if she goes to the gym, that would definitely help. But yeah, makeup and hair is not gonna make things better for you.
I can't help but feel like I'm missing out on a big part of life because I don't adhere to like the beauty standard, which is strange to say out loud because I'm like wondering why should I have to adhere to the beauty standard to be treated with compassion and kindness, but I can't ignore.
Here's the thing where to be treated with compassion and kindness, that is not a necessity. Now, to be treated with respect, that's human decency. Okay. If someone is going out of their way to disrespect you, that's not cool, right? That is not cool. Now, if they're not even bothering talking to you or even acknowledging your existence, then okay, whatever. It's not that big a deal. Ah, Jeremy, what's up? What's up? Did you get my message, right? Wednesday stream. I am down for some for some debate, some conversation. So, this is what Jeremy just said. Damn, I don't know. This just seems like someone sad just venting. Don't really see the point of making fun of her. Just didn't say anything like that crazy by the usual stance. Here's the thing. I'm not making fun of her. Okay? This is the problem where I think you're probably a young man. And that's part of the issue. Where you don't understand there's such thing as constructive criticism. Okay? Here's a woman that is venting, but what is she venting about? Okay, you gotta. This is the problem where people who are too in touch with their emotions, they miss the big picture. What is she venting about? Okay, so what is she venting about? Let's look at this.
Or reality. I don't care about male validation as much as I see most people do, but
So she doesn't care about male validation. Okay, cool. She doesn't care about male validation. Remember that.
I can't help but feel that I don't know if when women are giving me compliments that I could take it as genuine because it's only women giving me compliments.
Oh, so now only women are giving you validation. So now you don't know what to do. One hand, you don't care about male validation, yet you complain that you only get female validation. That is the thing. That is why constructive criticism matters. Right? My brother Jeremy, this is the problem with you, where you don't listen to understand, right? Because you go about it with your emotions. Listen to understand, not listen to just respond. That's the thing. I'm not attacking her, okay? I'm giving her constructive criticism. And here's the thing where when you post online, that's the freedom of getting criticism. Here's the thing where look at what you're doing, all right? And I support it. I support it. You going on my stream and critiquing, giving an opinion. I support that shit. I support it. I love it even, right? I love it so much that my brother, I'm asking you Wednesday, come on, let's, me and you, any kind of, all the, what is it, disagreements, let's talk about it. But this is the problem where you don't listen. But see, this is the thing, right? You said, yeah, it's hypocritical, but who gives a shit? Dude, what's the point of constructive criticism if she's not gonna even hear? But here's the thing. You gotta think, let's say this, right? If me and you are debating, okay? If me and you are debating, the point isn't to make you change your mind. The point isn't for you to change my mind, right? This is where a lot of people don't understand. We're not trying to change each other's mind. I'm not trying to change her mind because that's not the point. We are trying to change the people that are listening. So this is the point where you don't understand. This is social media, okay? So we don't need. Yeah, that's fine. When you're free, whatever time. I mean, remember the last time, right? But what I'm saying is that I'm not trying to change her mind, okay? Because yes, she's not going to listen. But what I could do, right, is if there's a viewer that's out there, okay? Let's say he's a man version of this, okay? A man version of this and has this kind of mentality. Maybe you can change the mind of the audience. And that's the point. Stop thinking about, you know what? I need to change the mind of the person I'm talking to or talking about. No, you shouldn't, because honestly, that doesn't matter. Because 1-to-1, it doesn't matter. So if there are like a dozen people, 100 people, 1,000,000 people watching, it's about the audience. You want to change the mind of the audience. That's who you hope for, right? Changing the mind of 1-to-1 or me or you, that's not the point. Because even if, let's say when I'm down too, right? When we have the conversation, the point isn't about changing your mind. Or the point isn't about changing my mind. The point is that I make my argument, you make your argument. And we let the audience decide, what makes more sense? That is the point. Because if we're always trying to change each other's mind, the likelihood of that is not very high. Okay? The likelihood of that is not that high. So that's where I'm going about things. But yes, like what I'm saying about this woman, okay? This is the problem she doesn't understand. She's borderlining on the desire, the biological desire that it's about man, right? You want male validation. You don't want female validation. Female validation means nothing to women. Female validation means nothing to women. It doesn't mean anything. It's male validation. If you are a true straight woman, it is male validation that you want. But this woman is fighting against it. And this is the thing where we have a lot of women that are doing that. Right? And this is the educational part. If just so happens if someone sees it, right? This is the point where so many women are trying to fight that because they are fostering a male hating environment. Right? a male-hating environment. We are fostering a male-hating environment. And that's what we're doing. So women like this are fighting against it. They're trying to fight against, oh, I don't need male validation. I'm going to cut all my hair. I'm going to look as unappealing as possible because I don't need male validation. But deep down inside, okay, when she's getting validation from women, it's not good enough. It's not good enough because deep down inside, women will say shit just to say shit. Okay? The sisterhood is fake. The sisterhood is built on lies. Women will say Lizzo is a 10. Women will say Lizzo is perfect, is beautiful, is gorgeous, when they know fucking too well that they would never want to look like Lizzo. Women will say this woman is beautiful. She's amazing. She's a 10. She's perfect. But women fucking know that they would never want to look like her. That's the thing. That is the insanity. That's the hypocrisy of women. That is the danger of women. For men, I get it before, right? Plenty of men said, yo, bro, you got to go to the gym more. You got to get your money up. You got to do this. And I agree, right? But here's the thing where I'm not out here like complaining about shit. I'm not complaining about my lot in life, right? If I'm like, oh, I don't get enough validation from women. Oh, you know what? I'm suffering in the dating market. So for me, it's a little bit different. I truly don't care, right? But I do work on myself. So that's the thing where it's the difference. Women like this, they're trying to fight it, right? One hand, they're saying, oh, I don't want male validation. On the other hand, only female validation is not good enough for me.
There was a study that found that women will compliment other women even if they don't find them beautiful, just so there's no competition, which is weird because I'm not here to be competing with people. I'm just trying to enjoy my life, But the truth is, I wouldn't even.
But even if you enjoy your life, what does that have to do with male validation? What does it have to do with men validating you? With men noticing you? That's the thing. So again, that is why she's suffering. She's fighting against it.
Even know where to begin because I'm so far removed from femininity. I find that when you ask, people are either very cruel or they say you don't need to fix anything. It kind of sucks that I'm okay with how I look, but I know it's not going to get me anywhere in life.
Why do you need your looks to get you where in life? That's the thing. Women, this is the women are fighting programming, right? Societal programming and biological programming. Women are fighting it. Women are trying to fight it. Here's a woman right here. She is trying to fight it right now. Why would you care if your looks get you anywhere? Right? Why? Why do you care? Right? Your looks will only get you anywhere if it's towards men. All right? If you're trying to get men attention, right? That's the only purpose of your looks. Women will still compliment you. Women will still, prop you up, praise you. So why do you care about getting in with your looks? It's because deep down, women know that their purpose is to be by men, is to get noticed by men. So that's the thing. But she's trying to fight it.
It feels like there's only so far your personality can take you. Do y'all think
How far do you want to go? No. Jeremy, Alan, that's your name, right? No, it's not disrespectful. I love the pushback. That's why that is why I want to make Wednesday stream just me and you. Maybe later on in the stream we could bring some people on, but I'm down for a conversation, a debate with me and you. I don't find it disrespectful. I welcome pushback, right? You wanted to talk, you wanted to learn, you wanted to, I welcome pushback. And correct, Evil Eddie said it too. Pushback is good. This is the point where let's prove whose basis is stronger, right? That's my thing. I'm always down for it. What do you guys think?